All right, guys, I'm back with some more tarot tips for you. Teaching you how to read the cards, learn the cards, not memorize them. Now, just a reminder, everything in a tarot card, the scenery, the colors, the actions that the people are doing, the facial expressions, obviously the numerology and the suit are all things that you can pick apart in one single card to get the meaning, right? Tarot uses, traditional symbolism, cats, dogs, birds. So those things, you may have a general idea of what they already mean. So I'm going to go through the animals that you may find in the tarot and how seeing this animal on the card is going to help you identify what this card is about. All right. First two cards here, I have Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. They both have birds on them, right? So birds represent freedom. Birds represent inspiration, intellect, messengers, gossip, okay? If you'd imagine, birds are free, right? Birds, chattering, gossip. Page of Swords. Now, I don't know how good you can see this, but the birds back here, there's about 10 birds, right? So it looks like, these birds are flying in for a message. And the Page of Swords is just that. It's unexpected news, right? It also could represent gossip. Also, birds represent air element because they fly in the air. Air element is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Swords is an air element. Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So again, this is a court card. So if this was in a reading, you may say there's a younger air sign involved, right? Because pages are the younger of the family. It goes king, queen, page. King, queen, knight, page. So you might say there's a younger air sign involved, right? Now, if this isn't representing the actual person, like I said, and you're breaking down the symbolism, right now we're only looking at the animals in the card. So you might say there's gossip. You might say there's some kind of news on the way, okay? Now, the bird in the Nine of Pentacles is a little different, right? There's a single bird, and that bird looks pretty fancy. Birds are also a status symbol, right? If you think of parrots, they're very expensive, right? So, in the Nine of Pentacles, which is a life of luxury, this bird can represent her status, meaning, the most pentacles you can have in tarot is 10. This person, who's by themselves, have acquired 9 pentacles all by herself. So that, she would have a fancy bird. That's a status symbol, okay? The next animal that you're going to see in the tarot is the bull, right? For those of you who know zodiac and astrology, the bull is depicted, it's Taurus energy. So King of Pentacles has 4 bulls on his throne, right? So this tells you, and he's holding a pentacle, which is earth energy. Earth signs are Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So when you look at this card, you could be possibly talking about a Taurus or a Taurus characteristic. By seeing the bull, okay, we're talking about earth energy, we're talking about a Taurus possibly. And what are some characteristics of a Taurus? They are stubborn, right? Definitely stubborn. Bull-headed, right? Stubborn. But bulls also signify strength and stability. King of Pentacles is just that. He is strong. He is stable. His money is stable. He's the king of the coins. Okay? Get it? You're also going to see cats in the tarot. There's a cat depicted at the Queen of Wands' feet, right? Black cats, right? What do you think of when you see a black cat, right? You think of like a mystical creature, or, a witch would, have a black cat. Cats also are very mysterious, and they represent intuition. The Queen of Wands is just that. She is the witch of the tarot, okay? If there any of the, queens were witches, it would be the Queen of Wands. Why? because this black cat is at her foot. She's very intuitive. So if you saw this in a reading and it was describing somebody, you might say that you are dealing with a fire sign. You know, she may have, you know, a very intuitive side, right? Because this black cat is here. There might be something very alluring or mysterious about this person. Also, cats represent sexuality, sensuality. The Queen of Wands, they do say, is the, you know, sexiest queen in the deck. So, you know, looking at this card, how can the cat tell you what this meaning is? Well, the cat is describing actually her qualities: intuitive, mysterious, right? Also, cats do whatever they want, and the Queen of Wands, she does whatever she wants. Okay. All right, the Emperor. The Emperor is a leader, right? The Emperor is, you know, very knowledgeable, very experienced, very wise. But the animal that's in the Emperor's card is a ram. And the ram is depicted by the 4 ram heads here, right? So a ram, if you know zodiac astrology, ram represents Aries. So when the Emperor shows up, you might hear a reader say, oh, I have Aries energy here. And it's because the Emperor's here and the ram. Rams are headstrong, you're right? They butt heads, they lock horns, but they're a good leader. And the Emperor has to be a good leader. He runs an empire. So by seeing the ram here, you know that his qualities, you know, a strong leader, you don't want to butt heads with the Emperor, right? Aries energy. If you know an Aries in your life, what are they like, right? Aries like to be first. Aries like to be the leader. And that's exactly what the Emperor card means. You're going to see lions in the tarot. This is the strength card. This is a lion, all right? When you think of lion, you think of king of the jungle, right? You think of a leader. Somebody who has force and strength, okay? This is, if you hear someone say, oh, you know, the strength card is here, Leo energy is here, it's because, you know, the lion, Leo energy. So when you know, the strength card is just that, right? It's having strength, it's having patience, it's having courage, it's being a leader. And with this card, it's like this woman is taming this beast, taming this lion, but she's not using force, right? She's not using control. Although, you know, this lion could get out of hand at any given time, because she's patient, right? This lion is basically bowing down to her. But, you know, lions represent leadership, patience. They're very methodical, right? They, you know, in the jungle, they, you know, they hunt down their prey. Again, she's being very methodical in her approach to tame this lion. You're going to see fish in the tarot. There's a fish in the Page of Cups, and there's fish jumping out of the water here. Fish represent the water element, which is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So if this King of Cups shows up or this Page of Cups shows up, you may be dealing with a older water sign or a younger water sign, all right? And then, you know, like I said, by seeing the fish in the card, you know these are water sign elements. Again, this is not an exhaustive meaning of the card. I'm just picking out the animals and how it can help you depict what some of the meaning is. Salamanders. Salamander here, salamander on his outfit, salamander on his outfit, you know, salamander on his cape. Salamanders represent fire energy. Wands is the fire, wands is this, the element for fire energy. So it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? This is the Page of Wands. This is the King of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands. They all are wearing salamanders. Salamanders represent fire energy. So you know, these are fire sign elements of the zodiac, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, I'm going to do a part 2 because I still have some animals here that I still need to go through. But again, you know, just by picking out the symbolism in the card, you know, if you know what the symbol is, it can give you another layer of information or another layer of details in your reading. And I just want to be clear, you know, the animal alone doesn't tell you the only meaning of the card. Like I said, we're breaking down, you know, all the symbols inside the card so that if you know all the symbols, and some are just everyday symbols, you can, you know, learn the meanings of the card. Go to part 2.